So today marks day 3 of straight C8 Corvette ZR1 videos here on the Horsepower Obsessed YouTube channel. And the last 2 have been very exciting. Today's video is much more disappointing. Chevy has somehow done it again. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Horsepower Obsessed YouTube channel. Thanks for pressing play. This channel here is where you can find all of the Corvette information, whether it's maintenance items, ownership experiences, tips, tricks, reviews. You're going to find it here if it has anything to do with a Corvette. And unfortunately today we have what I can only call disappointing news. For the last 2 days straight, Chevy has put out some really awesome C8 Corvette ZR1 videos and information and news and everything exciting that you could possibly get with this car. Chevy has delivered to us for the last couple days straight. There's been quite a build up to the ZR1 at this point, and it's all been pretty exciting. We get a top speed of 233 miles per hour. We get a starting price point that was a lot lower than anybody speculated. We even get the builder online that shows a couple new little features that the car is probably going to have that we weren't even aware of, all for that same price. But what do we find today? Well, today I wake up to some very disappointing news, and that is that if you want the C8 Corvette ZR1, and if you fought for a early allocation the way that I did, which I bet a lot of you guys did as well, you know, everybody wants this car as soon as possible. I fought like hell to get a #1 allocation for this car, and I finally got it, only to wake up today to the news that there is no ZTK packages available. So something we all kind of speculated or kind of thought might be coming, it's here. You can order the C8 ZR1, you just can't get the T0M or the visible carbon fiber aero package, which means you can't get the ZTK package. So if you want the car, you can buy it in its most basic form, its form that looks the most like every other C8 Corvette out there. You can buy it. But if you want that top dog version, you can't get it. It is unbelievable that we are still fighting this fight 5 years later with the C8 Corvette. Carbon fiber constraints are out of this freaking world. Chevy still does not understand how to maintain their carbon fiber supply. It is unbelievable. Like I said, we are 5 years into this and it's still a problem. Now, what's even better about this is that, again, the 2025 C8 ZR1, that if you guys are like me, you fought like hell to get an allocation for, you fought because you wanted it early. Of course, I have a YouTube channel, so I wanted to get the car as early as possible, and I got the #1 spot. I got an early car, and I'm not going to be able to put the order in because there's no way I order this car without the ZTK package. But it gets even better, even if you are okay to do it without the ZTK package. But you kind of wanted those visible carbon fiber wheels. Too bad. Those are on constraint too. So the T0M package, which is the visible carbon fiber aero package that you need for the ZTK, constraint. 0 available. Literally not one car will be built this allocation round with the ZTK package. The visible carbon fiber wheels, same thing. 0 available. Not like only 1 or 2 cars are going to get this. 0. So GM literally releases a brand new 1064 horsepower Corvette that everybody freaking wants, and they don't have the parts to build it. Like, this blows my mind that we're still dealing with this much later. The C8 Corvette Z06 was the same thing. It was the exact same thing. Whenever they started talking about this car, the hype was real. The hype exploded. Everybody wanted the Z07 package car. No one wanted the Z06. Not in the very beginning, at least. I know that might have changed later, but in the very beginning, everybody wanted that Z07 package, and no one could check it because there was no carbon fiber available. Guess what, guys? The 2025 Corvette Z06, take one single guess at what the constraints are for that car, for the orders that went in this month. If you guessed anything visible carbon fiber, you guessed right. So again, no high wing in visible carbon fiber, and there's no high wing in even carbon flash, because obviously the carbon flash painted high wing still is carbon fiber underneath the carbon flash paint, but there's no carbon fiber ground effects at all, no visible carbon fiber ground effects, and no carbon flash painted ground effects. So you cannot get the Z07 package with the Z06, even still, 2 years later after the Z06 initially launched, you still can't get a Z07 package car. It's so rare when one pops up that you're finally able to get it, and we're 2 years into that particular performance variant. Almost 3. Now, it gets even better because the same constraints exist on the E-Ray. There's no visible carbon fiber ground effects. There's no carbon flash ground effects. So unless you're ordering a Stingray, you are not going to get what you want. Unless, of course, you are interested in the 2025 Corvette ZR1 without the ZTK package. I know there are some people out there, so I'm not going to blanket statement this and say that everybody is upset. But everybody that I've talked to personally wants that ZTK package on the ZR1. And honestly, I can totally understand why. The car is super expensive, super hard to get, maybe a collector's item at some point. Why wouldn't you want to go all out? Whenever you're fighting as hard as I had to get a #1 spot for an allocation, why wouldn't you go all out on your build? In my position, that's my argument. If any of you guys out there are feeling differently and you would gladly order this car without ZTK, I'm not trying to speak for you, but at the same time, this is super frustrating as someone who really wanted to wake up today to good news and have their order submitted and go through and have this car ASAP. I was really hoping to have this car to enjoy it as soon as summer starts. I might still, let's cross our fingers that the second round of allocations brings some ZTK packages, but my God, is this ever disappointing. I can't think of a better word that describes the way I'm feeling right now than disappointed, because this is something that we should be past. How is Chevy still having this problem? I really hate bringing news like this to you guys because even though it is disappointing, I know a lot of you are going to be disappointed by it as well. It's just, I hate being the bearer of bad news, and it's unfortunate. I'm sure you can tell by the way I've been talking throughout this entire video that I am very disappointed by this personally. There's just no way for me to wrap this up in a happy package with a bow tie on top. At the end of the day, I'm disappointed, I'm frustrated, and you guys really should be too. I mean, this is just one of those situations where I was super excited to get this car and move on with the building process and everything, introduce it to the channel here and introduce it to all of you guys, and then I'm hit with news like this. And I know this news is not just affecting me, it's affecting all of you guys too. I've already gotten a bunch of messages from you guys stating how disappointed you are too, and it's just a real shame. I really hope Chevy gets this figured out for future builds because this is something that should really not be happening anymore. Anyway, guys, that's it. I wanted to let you guys know that, unfortunately, carbon fiber is still a problem over at GM, whether you're getting a ZR1, a Z06, or even an E-Ray. If you want any kind of carbon fiber, that is all on constraint for the first round of allocations as of February 13th. I am disappointed. I'm sure you guys are disappointed because whether you're ordering a ZR1 or a Z06 or an E-Ray, carbon fiber is kind of the thing we want, for the most part, at least. I know, again, there are the people out there that don't necessarily feel this way, but I feel like I speak for quite a few people whenever I say this is unbelievably disappointing. That's all though, guys. Please smash the thumbs up button, guys. Let me know you're liking the content so I can keep creating this stuff for you. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, stay obsessed.